Hi, my salty pecans. Happy Friday. Happy Houseplant and Cocktails Friday. We are back with yet another salty pecan live Friday night live. And again, let me just make sure everything is good. Make sure we're all good in the neighborhood. How is everyone doing tonight? How are you? Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Woo! Chile, it is yet another Friday night, another successful week. We're here, we're happy, we're healthy, we're living, we're safe. What more can we ask for? Okay. I have my little fan here keeping me cool because this little hack, I don't know why I never thought to actually get maybe a fan or something here because this is amazing. This feels so good. Okay. So, as you can see by the title, we are going to be repotting my ZZ cutting. So, if you remember a couple of months ago, I chopped this plant up. I separated it and I repotted it into this larger container. And since then, when I tell you, I'm going to count in a little bit how many new growth points that this plant has given me. But on top of that, dodo bird that I am, okay, I'm such a dodo bird sometimes. I have these string ties, okay, not this one, it's a little bit higher up. I'll show you all. I had the string tie that I wrapped around this particular cutting, okay, and a couple of days later, I'm like, why is this plant droopy? Why does it look so unhappy? What's going on? You know? And then I inspected the plant a little further just to notice it was actually the string tie cut into the plant and pretty much was about to kill this entire top portion of the ZZ. So I managed to chop, prop, water prop, and it has grown exponentially. And it's crazy to see how just this one leaf, okay, this one node gives out so many growth points. I'll show you all in a little bit, okay? And for cocktails, we're not making anything crazy. I want to just do something quick, something. Oh, let me move this from here. That's my shredder. I want to do something quick for cocktails, so I'm going to do a little cheat, okay? I'm just going to do a mix for my cocktail. This is a margarita cocktail mix, and I'm going to just add about a shot and a half of tequila. I have some ice, and that's all we're doing. I'm not even going to get up to do that because I have everything in front of me pre-prepped for you all. So, yes, I already have some ice inside of my shaker. And let me get my measuring utensil. I'm going to, I don't even know how much of this. I might do like 2 or 3 of these, okay? 2 or 3 of this mix. One. I think 2 might be okay for now. We'll see. And I'm going to do a shot of 1800. I actually want to go to my liquor store. Well, a liquor store, but one of the liquor stores near me to actually pick up some different varieties of spirits. As you can see, this reposado is going to to finish very soon. So I'm gonna have to get new tequila, get new vodka as well. It's been months, okay, since I got new of these. I've probably had this for almost this whole year now, which is about 8 months. Well, this whole year thus far. So cap and simple. Simple. And the cap, I have my glass with my leaf motif ICQB leafies. Oh, don't fall, straw. Don't fall. Perfect. Literally the perfect amount. If I would have did 3 shots of the mixer, it would have been too much. So let's have a sippy sip. Perfect. I'm gonna add just a little bit more tequila. So maybe another, I did say a shot and a half originally. I'm gonna do the other half shot. Exactly to 15. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then my little mixy. Much better. I'm just gonna pour the rest of this in here. And that's the only thing with the caps. You gotta be careful. Okay. Let me put these over here. Okay. So we have our cocktail done and out of the way. Now let's move on to our planty portion of tonight's live. Let's put everything together, make my life easier. It's time to clean up. So I already have the plant. I have to be careful. I'm trying to not knock and break stuff. It ain't every day I get in my feelings this way. Don't know what I would do to know that I get on without you. Twin, where have you been? Lordy. Don't fall over now. Okay. Can y'all see? I hope you can see. So this is the ZZ that I rebought a few videos ago. And let me bring y'all a little bit in with a, oh, come on. Don't try this. Okay. So all these lime greens that you see are new growth. So this was one of the spare, just like leafless points. For example, one like this. Okay. All right, let me show y'all. For example, this here. Okay. This one I put in here after the fact, did not do anything yet. This little cutting right here has given me one offshoot that I'm really happy about. This here has given me 1, 2, 3, 4, and a mushroom. You can't see, and a mushroom. This barren node cutting down here, can y'all even see? this here has given me this here and this here. I'm trying to turn this plant because it's like hooking itself to other leaves up top. Yeah, yo, it's just a lot. This ZZ. Ow! I just hit my head on the light. Ow! That hurt so much. Ow. So I also decided to add my ZZ Zenzi. I lost pretty much my whole entire ZZ Zenzi pot around the time I went to Aruba. My sweet, amazing uncle Cat sat for me and Plant sat for me. I didn't really give him like instructions in regards to the plants, so my Zenzi was in a container that had no drainage. I came in, when I tell you soil was just floating in water. I managed to just save this one here, but we'll see how it reacts inside of this new environment that I placed it. I decided to just combine my Zenzi with the regular ZZ. And this is the cutting. Okay, so this piece actually came from, let me see if I see the parent. Did I cut it off? Let me just verify to see. Is it in here or did I chop it off? I think I cut into it the other day. I like just was unhappy. Oh, okay, I found it. Never mind, I found it. So this top cutting, all right, is actually from here. It's from this piece. Okay. So I had the twist ties. Okay, so can you see this twist tie? You see these twisty ties, the ones that you wrap around like bread bags and whatnot. So I had this twist tie, but a higher one, okay, up here, and it literally suffocated the plant and the whole top portion died. Well, it started to dry up, so I decided, let me try to save this plant. Okay, let me try to save this plant. I cut off, okay, where it was damaged. I removed majority of the lower leaves. I water propagated them, and they're actually in here as well. And the cutting, this top cutting has decided to, of course, as you can see, root itself. I only placed it inside of water. It's been living and sharing this environment with my Aglionema silver something. It lives in here. They're both very happy. But as you can see, this ZZ now has this new growth point, this new growth point, this new growth point, this new growth point, and this new growth point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 active growth points on this one leaf, all right? So that's 6 stalks of ZZs that will pop out eventually, okay? So I'm just gonna find a little place, nestle it in here to just plop it in, okay? And I think the perfect spot is right here. Again, I have to be careful so this thing don't yank a whole bunch of plants down. I can't afford that. So literally, I'm just gonna make my life super easy. I'm gonna grab my trusty finger. I'm gonna look to see if I can find some roots, some space to plop this here. And I think I did find a space. So I'm just digging a hole with my finger, okay? A hole large enough. And I'm just gonna now tuck this in here. Okay. Just tucking. Making space and untucking. Making space and untucking. I'm not planting this deep in either. I'm not repotting this too deep in. Heavy though. Gotta be careful. My gosh, those ZZs have rooted so much in here. Oh my gosh. You were made for me. Only for me. Literally that easy. That easy. So simple. So nasty and so rude. So nasty and so rude. So nasty. And so rude. Okay. Got some water. Decided da 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 da. Decided da 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 da. I'm just gonna water all around, but mainly where this new growth is in. Looks good. And y'all, that's literally it. That's it. It's that simple. I water propagated this, it rooted, and now I'm transplanting it, repotting it into the mother container. Y'all can't even see me. Repotting it into the mother container. I'm gonna place it back in the kitchen where this plant lives. Eventually, this is going to become a floor plant. It's too large to be a windowsill plant. Okay, it's way too big to be my windowsill plant. So it's been living on my kitchen table. Eventually, I'm going to have to get one of the little metal stands to place this on, because again, I don't want this on my table for much longer. I'm gonna do some, little shopping online, in-person shopping, maybe checking some thrift shops. I want to look into some thrift shops as well to see if I could find maybe some plants, accessories, plant friendly accessories too. But yeah, this plant is huge. It's huge, okay? Y-U-G-E, huge. Let me put this on the floor. Let me actually put this back where it belongs. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I'm like hot. When the fan is not on me, I definitely feel the heat. All right. Sorry, I just have to look at this cutting. Oh, okay, guys. I'm pretty much done, and I'm like sweating. I'm so hot. I feel like today's live was a little quick. Other lives, I'd be feeling like I have to force myself to get off because I really don't be getting off. But whew. So, in regards to this Aglionema, all right, this is the Aglionema that lives with my beautiful Dieffenbachia. A couple of the vines, decided to bloop, break off. So rooted them, and they finally, after many months, have started to push out roots. These are a little bit slower in regards to rebrooting, well, pushing out new growth. But as long as the plant doesn't die, I really don't. I don't nag the plants. I don't bug the plants. I'm not like, why are you not rooting? I let the plant do what it wants in its own time frame. Literally, let it do what it wants in its own time frame. in its own time frame. Oh my gosh. You know what I just remembered? Oh damn, I feel like a dick. I have to respond to Mr. Sheffield. I got so like life just got the best of me and I'm just now remembering. I googled some photos of plants that he mentioned to me and then I got this sidetracked. So Mr. Sheffield, if you are ever going to watch this live, I'm going to be responding to you like tonight. So I apologize for the delay. Hi, Felix. Felix says, "What's up, everyone? Pam, I had to chop a large section of my vanilla bean orchid and started a new pot of them. Oh my gosh. I love the vanilla bean orchid, Felix. I used to have a cutting back in the day, like pre-pandemic. Okay, I had a vanilla bean cutting pre-pandemic. It was doing good, and then it died. It was doing really good, and then it died. It was around the mass exodus. Oh my gosh, I have like all my brooms and stuff back. It was around the max plant exodus that I had, where a whole bunch of my plants just died. It was one of the victims. This was like a really long time ago, though. It's just like the idea, the thought of being able to grow certain things. Like right now, I'm growing some chives, which I'm so happy about. I'm really proud of myself because I don't know if I told y'all, but I don't grow edible plants. I only grow plants just for aesthetics, right? So it's really nice getting into my edible gardener bag. I tried last year with those pepper plants, unsuccessful. I left them on the balcony, well, on the fire escape. I'm talking like I have a balcony. I left them on the fire escape and they went kaput. So I have the chives, um, basil, and thyme. They're all in one little container. There's a family that I nanny for and they have a garden, so they like let me take plants and cuttings and fresh veg that they grow because they're like, Pam, blah blah blah. They be having their little tomato plants. So I love when I do sit for them. I always come home with a bag of groceries. Like last time I got Japanese, is it Chinese eggplants? I think Chinese eggplants, cucumber, a bunch of cherry tomatoes, chives, bunch of basil that I dried, and thyme. I think I told y'all. I don't know if I said the thyme, and I think that's and lavender. Lavender. I go to their home, and they know I love lavender. So I remember when the season was warming up, and like the lavender was starting to flower. The mom, she was just like, Pam, we have the lavender. And I was just like, oh, girl, I'm going to go get me some. Because I love, I dry my lavender first off, okay? Let me see. Do I have, I have a little sachet of lavender right here now. This is a little sachet of lavender, okay? So I dry the lavender. And then because one is organic, it's homegrown, okay? Pesticide free. So I dry the lavender and I use it for whatever I want, whether I'm making tea. Let me tell you all the things that I've used lavender for. I've made lavender syrup. I've made lavender and blueberry lemonade. I've made lavender and peach cobbler. I have made lavender tea. Okay. That's all the things I've done with lavender. That's a lot. Okay. That's a lot. I have I dry them and I put them in my little containers. So I got oh my gosh, this thing was on the floor. I had a cutting on the floor this whole time. Let me get back in here. We got a stray. So really happy about that. I love lavender. I remember a couple of years ago, I actually wanted to grow lavender. I bought a lavender plant I brought it in the home. Lavender's an outdoor plant. It literally needs full sun. That thing didn't last. I think it was like English lavender or something like that. I was so bummed out about it too because it took me really long to actually find the lavender plants because the time that I was looking, I think it was like towards the end of the season or it was like the end of the season. So nowhere really had. So when I did find it, it was expensive and it didn't even last. I was so bummed out. So bummed out. Another little sad update, my cuttings that I tried to propagate of my penis cactus, they both died. They both turned into mush, so my penis cactus props are donzo donzo. Done. This is one of them. This is the larger one, turned into mush. I'm so sad. I'm so freaking like I have lost pretty much my whole entire cactus collection. I only have my spiralis cactus. I have one of those skinny cactus, and then that's it. I don't have any more. And I have one euphorbia left as well. One euphorbia. This last year, in regards to my cactus and euphorbia succulent collection, was so sad, so bummed out, and I don't really have the mental capacity to financially invest in these plants. So I really hope that the prices have gone down when I do get in that feeling. All right, when I get in the feeling of wanting to get back into cactus, hopefully the prices are not OD. Hi, Lainey. Welcome, welcome, Exo Lainey. But salty peeps, your girl. I'm gonna head out. Tonight's live was super short. I know, but I just want to catch up with y'all. Felix says that the weather nice tomorrow here in Chai. Going to help my aunt with yard sale. Going to sell some of my rooted plant cuttings. Ooh, sorry to hear about the cactus cuttings. I know, I'm so bummed out, Felix. Enjoy your yard assistance. You're a strong, manly man. Okay? Be a good little nephew to your tia, okay, Felix? New York, we have been getting it's been raining all week. We're getting the brunt end of the hurricane. What's the hurricane that? Just barrel. Let me see. For Hurricane Debbie, we got a state of emergency alert earlier. Let me see if there's. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all. Got a little. It's a state of emergency. It's a state of an emergency in New York. An emergency has been declared for the entire state due to severe weather caused by remnants of Hurricane Debbie. So, oh my goodness! Miscellaneous Michelle! Long time no see. How are you doing? Welcome, Boothang. Welcome. Yes, so it's been like all week. The weather has just been so cold. I had to go into the office yesterday, and typically because it's summertime, they have the AC like on like -30, okay, below freezing point, okay. And typically it's like, all right, whatever, it's cold inside, but it's hot outside. So when I go outside, I get to defrost, absorb some of that heat. So when I go back into the office, I can thaw out again. No, it was freezing outside, okay? It was as cold outside as it was inside, and I just felt so like, oh my gosh, what is going on? It was so annoying. So I'm here like with my blanket, like at work, like doing my work. I get a call. I'm like, in my little. Oh, it was so cold. It's so cold. August is, at least in New York, the hottest month. My birthday is in August, the 27th. So I know what the temperature is like, okay? Oh my gosh, let me tell y'all what happened today. Oh my gosh, all right. So quick little story time. Quick story time. All right. So I had to renew my license, okay, my driver's license. It was time. I got the notice from the DMV last month. Your license expires on your birthday, yada yada yada. So last month in July, I don't know if y'all know, but I wear glasses, okay? I don't wear glasses. I've been prescribed glasses. I use them when I need them, and when I need them, usually is if I need to look if I need to look at something far away. Okay, so if I'm in the classroom, I'm in the hall, I'm learning, and I need to see something, you know, maybe more than like I don't know, more than like 20, 30 feet. Yeah, if I have to see far, I'll need to like, put on glasses, right? This is my oldest pair. I think I have mine. Okay. All right. I'm also someone, I have multiple pairs of glasses because I never here I'm gonna get to my story, I promise. I'm someone, I like to get multiple pairs of glasses the same way I like to have multiple chargers, all right? So I have a charger in every single room. Yes, I have a charger in the plant room. I have a charger in my kitchen. I have a charger in the living room. I have a charger in the bathroom. I have a charger in my bedroom. And I have a charger in my bag. I have a charger. Um, I have cases, what are these called? Like the banks. I have power banks with cords. All right. And then I have multiple cords, okay? Y'all really think I'm playing. I literally have multiple cords, okay? I don't play about not having a charge. I don't play about that. So that's the same way I am with glasses. I like to have a pair everywhere, so I never am like, now I have to like displace myself, inconvenience myself. I'm someone where I want it to be as easy and not fussy, okay? So I went to the DMV today. I had to renew my license. And I don't know what the hell was going on, but this is what happens living in New York. But I think this is what happens when you go to government facilities, right? People just don't know how to act. People lose their mind. This lady chucked an entire cell phone over the plastic barricade at a supervisor at the DMV today. I'm here literally sitting, like waiting for my number to be called, right? Like, it's sitting pretty. Let me see, I got my ticket. Let me see, do I have it in here? This is the folder I took all my paperwork and all right, I don't know. I don't have my ticket. Anyways, so she gave me my receipt as well. This is my receipt for my license. Okay. Lady chucked the phone. When I tell you, she was just like, ah! She started screaming from way over there. And like literally all because the environment of the DMV is calm, right? Of course it's frantic, but it's calm. People just, they're here to get the good news, get the bad news. For example, they needed me to provide a whole bunch of paperwork, and then me not even realizing I needed to have all these paperworks. Last weekend, I shred all of the mail in my home. Literally all of the mail in my home. They needed proof of residence. They need proof of my location. They need proof of that. I literally brought a stack of papers. And even before I got to the DMV, I went to this print shop. I had them print like bills for me. I paid a stupid amount of money, literally a ridiculous amount of money for paperwork that they're like, oh no, we can't even use those. Those are screenshots. But the girl that I got, she was like a lifesaver. She was so dope. That's why I think it's really important when you're interacting with people, your energy and how you approach them really, is the determination of how people respond to you. I came in, smiles, friendly, good attitude, and I did not have paperwork that I needed. Homegirl hooked me up. She was just like, you know what I'm gonna do for you? Here, fill this out. Instead, it's like this acknowledgement thing. She's just, all right, we're just gonna use this as, your proof of your address. So I don't need to bring a utility bill. I don't need to bring like a whole bunch. I didn't know. She was just like, okay, okay. I'm gonna use your ID card, like your license, because it's not expired yet. I'm gonna use your license also. I was just like, girl, oh my god, thank you. And then you know how when you go in the DMV, they take your picture, and that's it. Like you can't redo your pictures, right? So I have not gone to the DMV in over a decade. Okay, the last time I went to the DMV was when I needed my permit, and I've had my permit over a decade. Okay, so I have not gone to the DMV since. So the way it's even laid out is completely different. They upgraded many things. So, and I guess also the procedure and process is different, because the first time I went was to get my license. No, I'm sorry. The first time I went was to get my permit. And then when I passed the road test, they mailed me my license using the photo for my permit. So I didn't have to go in to get my driver's license. This time I had to go in to renew it. I went in. So now it's like they make you fill out a form. You go and you go take your picture, and then you go sit down, and then they call you again at a different window. You go to that window, and then they process your information for you. First of all, she wrote my name wrong on my license. So I have to wait for the license to get here and then go on the website, have them update my name to actually match my freaking name. That's nothing though. So I'm like sitting, and this lady, she's like, oh, 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 oh. And again, the environment is calm, right? All you hear is like L1235. B06 at window 39, Y703 at window 10, and then all you hear just randomly like, and like people are like shook, right? Security went to her, and I don't know, I guess she calmed down or whatever. And then you just hear boom, and you're like, yo, what the heck? So they're like, yo, I guess trying to console her, because I guess she doesn't have something. They're denying her. They're not allowing her to renew, apply, get whatever she's coming in to do. So she goes to this other customer window. We're all at this point. Hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people sitting down. We're all turning around because she's behind us. And like, you really don't know what the hell people have with them. Honestly, New York is crazy. You can never be too trusting, okay? Whether it's New York City or whether it is the safest, like, rural town ever. Okay, literally, all you hear is like, just her screaming, and then you just hear another boom, and you hear, oh my god, like she literally, there's like a plastic barrier. This maniac chucks her cell phone like a freaking football player right at the manager, supervisor, whatever. They had to escort her out. That's assault. So, but so then me and the girl, so I'm sitting down. I haven't been called yet, right? I got called one time. I haven't been called for the second time. So when I get called to the girl, right? So me and her talking, I'm like, nah. She's like, that's so unnecessary because one, this is a federal building. I'm also a federal worker, okay? So it's like I sympathize because those are the people that, at least the agency I'm, with, these are the people that, you interact with. People who completely put logic, like to the side, and they just like act off of emotion. These are the people that you kind of interact with. So she was just like, girl, if that was me, you better believe I would not have a job because I would chuck that shit right back at her. I'm like, sis, you and me both, because that is so unnecessary. You need to know how to like compose yourself. All right, they don't give you something, but it's not the individual person's fault. All right, this is the United States rules and regulations. If you don't have something, you don't have something. Go get it. Go find somewhere. Call someone. See what you need to do, where you need to go to receive that document. As an immigrant, it freaking sucks, right? That a lot of the, facilities or whatever that the country can provide to you, you might need to have proof of your legal existence in this country. You know what I mean? But the homegirl, she was doing way too much, way too much, way too much, way too much. So yeah, everyone like standing. There's kids, elderly people. They had to escort her out, and then they ended up having to like close the door. They had like extra guards outside because yeah. And I think that's another thing I hate about working jobs where you're like face to face with certain clients. I don't know how like social workers do it, the ones that have to like the ones that have to go into homes, for like children. I remember, oh my gosh, I'll tell you, I used to work for ACS, okay, Administration for Children's Services. That was the old agency that I was, my previous job, okay. So there's different departments, different branches of ACS, right? I worked in the voucher payment unit, so I did not have to see anyone face to face. I only worked with money, right? I only had to work with money. I spoke to people in regards to money, but I never had to see anyone face to face, okay? So randomly, there was this random guy that we kind of met, and this was just very quick. We met, found out while we worked for the same administration. We worked for New York ACS, right? Administration for Children's Services. But he was a caseworker, a CPS worker. So what he had to do was actually go into the home of children that were abused, that were mistreated. And he told me, there was like one day he was just like, yeah. I'm like, like, how's your day? He was just like, pretty much he had to go into this home of this family where it's so sad. Like, just thinking about this is gut wrenching. He went into like a home of a family. This little kid like was killed. How did she die? The parent put her in the oven as punishment. So yeah. Um yeah, so depending on, the departments you work in, the different fields you work in, some people, like, I could not stomach working a job like that. I love children, but when it comes to like violence against children, violence against the elderly, like, there's nothing you can say about that. There's nothing you can say about that at all. At all, y'all. Let me see. Felix says, yes, Pam, I totally agree. I recently went to the DMV for my ID. I brought my information they needed to get my real ID. Treat them with respect. I was out the DMV office in less than 30 minutes. I wasn't there for about 2 hours. But that's okay. I like, it's New York. Like, it's New York. I don't expect anything different. But yeah, you treat them with respect. Like, my thing, I asked her, I'm like, what's your name? She told me her name. So I addressed her, like, formally, like, thank you. And I was very thankful, very grateful. Oh, yes. So now I remember. So you know how you can't redo your pictures. Once they take your pictures, that's it. But again, you're kind. So like, when I went to her, okay, when I went to the girl that took the picture, I was just like, the photo you took, is that the photo that's going to be on my license? Because I didn't know. Like, I just came, my number was called, and I went, a photo was taken, and you told me to sit down. So I didn't know if that was she was just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. Um, like, can you retake this photo? Because I was not ready. Like, I was confuzzled, like, filling out my forms, and she was just like, like, unfortunately, no, they don't let us like retake pictures. But when you get to your window, tell that to the person that's gonna be helping you. And I was just like, okay, no problem. So get to the window, give the lady what I need. And she was just like, oh, like, you have the ticket photo. I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. So actually, I didn't know that was my picture that was going to be on my license that's going to be taken. And she was just like, oh, no, don't worry about it. It's going to be in black and white. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm not going to be like, I need to redo it. So she was just like, you know what I'm going to do for you? She ripped up the original ticket for the photo. She was just like, go to window 19 so you could retake your picture. I was just like, thank you so much. Like, I was mad happy, mad excited. So I'm like, can I leave like my paper here? She's just like, yeah, go ahead, no problem. I grabbed my purse. I literally went with this bag. I grabbed my little purse and I went to the window, like, fixed up my face, fixed up my hair and whatnot. And I was just like, and I took a proper picture that I hope I'm satisfied with. But we'll see when I get the license. I probably look like this. I look like that. Knowing me. Oh my gosh. Let's see. So yeah, it was a pretty good experience. Like, I would say my experience outside of something I could not control, which was that lady that went berserk. The experience was good. I got there late. My appointment was for like 1:30. I got there like 1:37. Scanned my little barcode. Went. Some man was like trying to see what I'm typing in. I'm like, move. What the fuck you so close to me for? Like, I know we're not in the pandemic, but man, 6 feet. People be like breathing down your neck sometimes. Like, dude, back up. I don't know you. All up in my personal space and shit. But yeah. So much for me. Supposed to be leaving off of here like 20 minutes ago, right? But that is all, salty peeps. And surprisingly, my cocktail is also done. Because usually my cocktails are full. But this was bomb. It's like a little spiked lemonade. That's all margaritas are, spiked lemonade. So good. So I will see you all Sunday's video, salty peeps, okay? I love you all. And yeah, stay safe out there. Be vigilant. Stay away from the crazies. If you're crazy, that's cool to. If you have not done so, please like this video. I would really, truly appreciate it as well if you did that. And follow me on my other social media platforms at HauzPlant. That's HauzPlant. And I will see you on the next one. Let's keep growing. Bye.